Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to our educative channel on YouTube, which is called Let's Talk POS Business. As you know, it's a channel where we discuss everything that pertains to POS business. Yes, POS business, strictly POS business for people who are operating POS business operators, for those who use ATM cards too. Most of the information that we are giving here is very, very important for you, and always try and make sure you listen to our watch our videos, listen to points that are being raised in this place. Before I continue, I want to tell you, if you are a returning subscriber, that is, you've subscribed before, just click like and share the video. Copy the link, share the video, to your contacts, and it can be very, very useful. If this is your first time of visiting us, first time of entering our channel, coming to our channel to watch our videos, please click the subscribe button and that thing that looks like bell, and then you will be able to get us each time you'll be able to get notification each time we drop videos. Thank you very much. I want to quickly tell you a very, very interesting story about today's topic. Some time ago, a friend of mine went to POS to withdraw spot to make withdrawals, and because he didn't know what error codes were, and the POS operator was not the owner of the shop, or like somebody begged him to come and help him run business. So as time went on, when he wanted to withdraw 10,000, and when he did it, the thing showed code 00. Code 00 means a whole lot to POS transactions, and that means the transaction is approved, is successful. At that point, the POS operator has no other option than to pay the customer once it shows code 00. But the paper did not print well, so it was one of all these papers that didn't do anything. So as far as they did not see the approved transaction, they only saw code 00. The boy took the paper, and my friend took the paper and went home, only for him to come and show me, and I told him what happened. He said, I just withdraw from one place and the person did not pay. Why? What did he say is the error message? I said, I waited the error message, I don't know. Where's the paper? He said, I can go back. When I took the paper and I saw it was code 00, I went to him, let's go there. So we got there, and I told him to look at his wallet. And when he checked, the money was there, the money was given to my friend. So that is what brought about to this topic, which means various codes in POS operation, various error codes in POS operation. Now, whenever a transaction is processed, it has a code. It has an error code or an operation code that it gives, and it's always in your paper. It's either it comes as a message or it comes as a code. So for some banks, they put code for you, expecting that whoever is doing the transaction has been trained. While some banks write it, they write it there, you see it. Then some banks will put both the code, error code, and the error message. So that is why we are treating today's topics as error codes in POS operations. Yes, it's very important to know the error code, so that each time you do transactions and at the end of the day you're not being paid, they should be able to tell you why you're not being paid. So the first one we'll be dealing with today is code 00. We have to start with the easier one so that it will be easy for us to understand. Code 00. Code 00, when you do a transaction in any POS and it shows code 00, that means that transaction is a successful transaction. Yes. As an agent, once it shows code 00, what you should do if your POS did not print, please pay the customer. Then you will now go and print end of day your transaction, your POS. Print the end of day. That end of day log is what shows all the transactions you have done for that day. And then you are staring that particular transaction and you see it will show approved. if the money did not drop in your wallet, you can send that as proof of payment to your platform or your bank so that they can pay you the money, because it's code 00. Yes, those are common codes. Then another very, very common code that we have that people sometimes do not know is issuer or switch inoperative. So bank will put error code 91. You understand? So it's called issuer or switch inoperative. Each time they tell you that, there are two things. Now, POS, every POS transaction pass through three major bodies. One is your bank, the bank of the cardholder. The second one is NIPS, InterSwitch, Nigeria Interbank Services. NIPS, InterSwitch, they are in charge of bank transfers. You understand? It's a body that is in charge of bank transfers. They are the one that helps us settle various banks, wherever the money is coming from and to wherever it's going to. It's a body that does the settlement. And so the money passes through your bank. When you initiate the transaction in the POS spot, it will tell you, okay, please, your customer to withdraw 10,000 naira. Then your bank will now say, okay, I have the 10,000 naira. Pay. They will initiate the transaction to NIPS or InterSwitch, which gives you that gave you that ATM card. That transaction will now, that InterSwitch or NIPS will now in turn settle the bank of that POS agent. You understand? Then your POS will now print receipt to show code 00 or approved. Then the money, the agent will now pass out cash or give cash to whoever initiated that transaction or the card holder. So then if it shows error 91 or issuer or switch inoperative, which means the bank has the money, or the bank from where the money is coming from, everything is okay there, but the error is with the InterSwitch that gave you that ATM card, or NIPS that is supposed to do the settlement. They can have network issues and the transaction will not be successful. So if you see your paper when they tell you issue or switch inoperative, you understand that it is that ATM card that is having issues. We have different kinds. We have Visa, we have Verve, we have MasterCard, and several other cards. So if it is telling you issuer or switch inoperative, you will know that it is the people that give you that card that has network issues. The another one we also have is system malfunction or internal error. Some banks will give you error 45. They'll tell you error 45, but the name is system malfunction or internal system error. Now, it's two things. At that level, you are not able to tell whether it's my own bank that's malfunction, whether it's your bank that's malfunction, or whether it's the InterSwitch that's malfunction. But the transaction is not able to be carried out because the system malfunction. So you don't know where. Even at times you can be debited. The customer can be debited, and the POS agent will not be credited when the system malfunction. I'm sorry to tell you, for issuer or switch, sometimes the card holder or the bank from where the money is supposed to come from is debited, and the POS is not settled. So at that spot, don't disturb your POS agent. POS agent, pacify your customer. Tell the customer, please, I will advise you to either wait for some time to see if you will be reversed, the money will be reversed, or to see if I will be settled, or you simply go to your bank and fill the dispense error form. You understand? So please, I forgot to put that for issuer or switch. At times, you can be debited. Why sometimes the customer says nobody is debited, nobody is credited, nobody is debited. But for system malfunction, sometimes you can be debited. It's possible that the bank from where the money is coming from is okay, though the money already left the cardholder's account to NIPS. NIPS took the money, instead of sending it to the POS owner, their system malfunctioned, and the money will be with NIPS or the InterSwitch. So at times we do not know where the error is when it tells you system malfunction. So when, as a customer or as an agent, you have to be very, very patient, because you don't know. It might be with your bank, the error might be with your bank, it might also be with my bank, it might be with NIP, so we don't know. But the only solution to that kind of transaction, if you were debited, is to go to your bank and fill dispense error form. POS transaction, money that goes through POS transaction do not get missing. You don't get anyhow, unless one of the persons, the bodies, when I mean one, not need to, either the POS agent or the card holder is fraudulent. Possibly the person money has been reversed and they don't want to tell you, start disturbing you, the money I never sent. Or the POS agent was settled and they will be telling you, I have not seen the money. So the best way to trace that money is for the card holder to go to his or her bank. And when you get to your bank, you tell them I did a POS transaction and I was debited. Please, how do I get back my money? They'll give you a form. It's called dispensary. You fill the form and they'll tell you so and so number of working days, the money will be reversed to your account. So what the bank now do in that case is to write to NIPS and tell you, okay, my customer has a claim that he was debited for a transaction. Alpha, NIPS will now look at the record. Okay, this money was sent back to the POS agent. Okay, so they will not tell, how do I not get the money? NIPS will now initiate a chargeback on that POS agent. If the money was really credited to the POS agent, it will now initiate a chargeback to the POS agent's bank, and that bank will now respond, okay, as so and so money was there. They will now automatically remove the money from the POS agent and reverse it to where it's coming from. Or NIPS can tell you, sorry, this money did not go, it's still with us. They will reverse the money back to the owner's account. So when your POS says system malfunction, at that spot you don't know which system, because it's 3 systems that is involved. So please pacify your customer and tell the customer to please visit his or her bank and fill the dispense error form. Some of us don't know what to tell customers. You just tell them, go to your bank. And when the customer gets to the bank, he will now say, hello, customer care, I beg, check, money person collect, I do POS, and the money come off from my bank. Tell me, check who collect the money. And they will go there and the customer service will foolishly tell the customer, yes, so and so POS is with the money. It's so annoying sometimes. And the POS, the card holder will just go to the POS agent and start disturbing the POS agent. Please, make sure you tell them very well. Don't tell them go to your bank. Tell them go and fill the dispense error form. That form is what the bank will use to trace that transaction and send the money back to its owner. So don't fail to tell them like that. Say, go and fill dispense error form. Thank you. Please, the third one we'll be treating today is insufficient funds. A lot of people don't know. Error code. Some bank will tell you error code 90, some will tell you error code 50. So insufficient funds. Insufficient funds is when the card owner do not have enough money to process that withdrawal that he wants to make. Possibly the person has 10,000 naira and is selling to write 12,000 naira. When the transaction is initiated, his bank will not tell the POS operator by saying insufficient fund that money you are trying to process is not in this account. So at that level, you tell the customer, please, this money you are trying to process is not in this account. Please check again, check your balance. When they check his balance and he say, oh, sorry, do 10,000 naira. And once you do 10,000 naira with all the system being okay, you will now see that it will now give you code 00, which is successful or approved transaction. At that spot, you can now pay. Yes, that's that. Then another one is we'll be looking at another very, very important error code that people also do not understand. Sometimes this one can cause problem. Exceed withdrawal limits. Some bank will tell you error code 61. Exceed withdrawal limit. Don't forget, when they say exceed withdrawal limit, which means for this particular card or this particular POS, you have a limit you are supposed to be able to process per time or per day. So if it tells you exceed withdrawal limit, it's possible that you are withdrawing more than the money that is allowed by that card. One, or you are withdrawing more than the money that is allowed by that POS. So when they say exceed withdrawal limit, which means you are possibly doing a transaction that is more than what your card is permitted to carry by the bank, or what your POS is permitted to carry by your POS provider. So when you see error code 61 or exceed withdrawal limit, know that you are possibly doing a transaction that is not permitted, a bulk that is not permitted. That's error exceed withdrawal limit. So if at some point, some banks, when they have network problem, they will just set that error so that they will not have issues with people coming to tell you, I did transaction and I was debited. So even when you put 1,000 naira, they will still tell you exceed withdrawal limit. So sometimes when you try it and it's telling you like that, possibly know it's network and try again later or come back later to try the transaction. If you are sure that you have been doing transaction that is more than that amount before, then at that point you will know that it is your bank network that has issue. That's two. Then error number 62, restricted card. Yes, that you should check. Say that they will tell you lost card or restricted card. This one is very, very important. So as a POS operator, once you are doing a transaction and it tells you lost card or restricted card, please discontinue that transaction. There are two things. Say that the card was stolen. The card has been reported stolen by the customer, the owner, that the rightful owner of that card. So 70% you might be doing business with a thief, with somebody who stole somebody's card or somebody who picked the card from the floor. And if you continue that transaction and it happens to be a successful transaction, you are going to be in trouble if there is a police case. Because however it is, when the customer is able to, if the customer was robbed, the owner of the card was robbed, which means there's a police case looking for that particular card. And when they check the person's account and a transaction is initiated, that POS name will be traced. The owner will be traced, and when you are traced, you will be in police trouble for providing banking services for a thief. So as soon as you try it and it shows lost card, please don't try again. You understand? Because you don't understand what network can do at times, and it might be reported lost and it still process the transaction as successful transaction, and your information should be deposited in the banker's log. And before you know it, police will come for you. So if it's showing a lost card, you ask the person who's the owner of the account, the card. If he says I'm the one, you will not ask, did you report that this card was missing? Yes, at some point the customer will tell, no mind me, I can't find the card before, I can't see the thief. So I can't call my bank. And after calling the bank, they now block the card. I didn't even know it's the card I brought. At that point, you are safe. So you can tell him to go and bring another card. But if the person is trying to tell you, do it now, nothing, make sure tell the person to please leave your spot, because the card is a stolen card. So that's another one. For the last one for today, so that we will not be piling up videos. My viewers are saying the videos are usually too long. So we will not be piling up videos. We'll be doing the last one today and we'll continue the other ones as time goes on. Another one that we can also have is error 56, incorrect PIN. This is a very, very important. If you are a POS operator, it's very, very important you listen to this. Take this one very, very seriously. Incorrect PIN. That means the person that is wanting to use that card is not the owner of the card. So at this one, there are two things you have to be very, very careful. Sometimes some people forget their PIN because they are using multiple PINs. But if they are not, if the issue is not that they forgot their PIN and it's saying incorrect PIN, please tell the customer to go that you will not try it again. After you do a first and a second try, tell the person to go and get his PIN or her PIN. Then, let me tell you, there are some banks that also tells you incorrect PIN for 3 times. You put the same PIN, they tell you 3 times, they tell you incorrect. The 4th time, they will not tell you it's correct. It's a security check on that particular card, on that account. They are trying to make sure that whoever is using it is not a thief. The person did not steal the card. You understand? So when you see that error 56 or incorrect PIN, you as a customer, please, is this card yours? If it tells you yes, okay, are you sure it's your card? So put it. If you put incorrect PIN for 3 times and the PIN is this, that is not, and it's not the bank that set up that network to do incorrect PIN, the 4th time it works. If it does not work for the 4th time, they will block the card. And that's what you now know that the person that is using is either he actually totally forgot, or the person stole the ATM card from the owner and doesn't know the PIN. Thank you very much, and that will be all for now. We'll continue in our next class next week Sunday, same time next Sunday. We have so many other error codes that you need to listen. There are some error codes that if you see it, grab that customer fast, because the bank is possibly looking for that person. I'll be bringing that in our next videos. Once again, my name is Mr. Osaudio Elvis Ano, professional agent banker, and I don't forget, I'm also an entertainer. I forgot to tell you that. And please, if you have found value in this video, you find it very, very interesting, you find it very, very educative, please don't forget to share. If you are a first-time viewer, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and that thing that looks like bell, that notification button. It will help you know whenever we drop our videos. Thank you very much, and I wish to see you again next week. Once again, it's your educative channel. Let's talk POS business. Peace.